What's happening? Welcome back to Loadout EDC. I've got another video about knife sharpeners today. This is a new product to me, something that I was suggested from a guy at work. He had this little contraption, it looked kind of unique, and I wanted to give it a shot. So I figured I'd check it out and show it to you guys and see what my thoughts are on this sharpener. So this right here is the Lansky Deluxe Sharpening Kit. It has different stones right here. We have extra coarse, coarse, medium, fine, and ultra fine stones. These are all in different grits. They are real Arkansas stones, and use just a little bit of honing oil on these and you are ready to sharpen your knives up. So to start off here, I had just purchased this Kaiser Roach mini knife. I love this knife. I love the action of it. My only problem is I've been using it at work and I've been having a little bit of difficulty cutting like fine objects such as like bags and paper. So I definitely need a good sharpening to this knife. Typically out of the box, a knife is not going to have issues with me, but for some reason this one is kind of dull and I'm going to give it a little bit sharper of an edge and we'll see if we can work it a little bit better than it has been before. So I'm going to give it a little shot on this paper right here just to show you how this is gonna work. So yeah, see, it's not like super cutty by any means, and you know, I'm gonna hold it right here to kind of give you a better look. But I mean, yeah, it cuts. Like it's not like it is a bad knife by any means, but like it's just not exactly as sharp as I would have thought it was gonna be. So you know, not too bad. This is pretty unique. What I like about this sharpener is that it pretty much takes all the guessing out of all the work that you're doing with knife sharpening. It has these different predetermined angles. All of it's kind of just done for you. As long as you set everything up right, you get your angles right, this thing is pretty much going to do all the work for you. So I really like that. You can change the angles. It's not like you're stuck to one way of doing things. You can really fine tune it exactly to how you need it. So that's a really cool feature about this. These stones might look intimidating, but it's really not that bad. And that's why I'm going to show you, make it really easy. So I'm going to move this aside and just kind of give you guys a little rundown on how it all works. So something that I have noticed that people will do is take some electrical tape and they'll tape up their knife to prevent it from getting scratched up when they're sharpening it on this unique tool. So I'm just going to tape up the points where I'm going to be making contact, just like that. And we'll get one more piece on the other side. Doesn't have to be anything crazy, just tape it up nice enough so you're not going to be making any scratches. So I've got the Gerber, what is this? Gerber armbar trade, I believe. The reason why I got this one is because it has a pocket clip and I love pocket clips on knives and multi-tools. So you need a screwdriver to open this bad boy up. So I'm just going to crank that open. A few turns is really all you need. And then same with this little knob right here. And I'll go over how this all works. So you toss your knife into this little contraption here, right? And then you're going to tighten, I should probably spin this around. And then you'll tighten this right here, this little screw. You don't need to over tighten it because that's what that bottom knob is for. So just enough to kind of get it there, you know, even, nice little angle there. And then we will use this knob and tighten everything up real tighty. And this guy is not going anywhere now. So this is pretty much good to go right here. Then next I will set up my sharpening stones, which also is a really simple process. And nothing crazy. It's not too elaborate. Okay, there's 1, 2, and let's grab 3. So something with these sharpening stones that I've noticed is I don't need all of them for what I'm doing right now, but I understand why you might need some for certain situations, but this is a fresh blade. You're not going to need all of the stones right now, but if you're sharpening a bunch of different knives, load them all up, get them ready to go, and then you have a kit that's pretty much ready to handle all of your knives. So I'm going to start with the coarse stone, then I will work into the fine stone, and then go all the way down to ultra fine. So just 3 stones. I could probably even do this in 1 or 2, but I just wanted to show you kind of how this all works. And I'm not an expert by any means on how to do this, so take my advice with a grain of salt. Figure out what you need to do to make it work for you, but you know, knife sharpening is a little bit of an art, not too crazy, but, you know, something to just take note of. So how these all work is you set your stone flat on the table, and then you also set this rod underneath flat on the table as well. And then you tighten it up with this little locking screw. And you just need to make sure this rod is still flat with the table as well as the sharpening stone. Because if it's a little bit bent, you're just going to want to reshape it just to get it, make sure it's flat. Because this determines your sharpening angle. So this one's locked and ready to go. And we're just going to do this with the other two. Really simple process. Something that I would say about this sharpening kit is that this isn't something that you want to use like on the fly really quickly. It's more something that you're going to be using because you are taking the time to make your blades look real nice and work well. So see, this one has a little bit of jump here, so I'm just kind of bend this rod back, and now it's real flat. It doesn't take much to make it exactly how you need it, but just something to take into consideration. So, all right, so the last one is the coarse stone, which I'll be using first. That's all flat. Tighten it up, a little bend here, so I'm going to fix it up. Good to go. So we got all three of our stones ready to rock and roll. I'm going to use a little bit of this honing oil. It's just good to protect the stones, protect your blade. You don't need much of this stuff. Just going to do one drop here, a little drop there, and kind of work its magic in there. I'm not sure if you're supposed to use your finger, a towel, or anything like that, but just a little bit of lubricant to get it going. So I've seen people use this sharpening stone or this sharpener in different ways. I've seen them hold it like this, and then they work the sharpener like that, or do how I do and just work it right off the edge of the table. That seems to work best for me. All right, so one of the things with this tool or sharpening stone is that you're going to start from the inside and work your way out. So you're going to go down and out. So you're going to go with the inside of the knife and work out and down. So there are different guides on here from 17 degrees, 20 degrees, 25, and 30 degrees. I'm going to be using the 20 degree just because I feel like I can get a little bit finer of a blade and maybe get a sharper cut out of that. So I'm going to start here, put it on the 20 degree. You're just going to slide the rod right into the 20 degree mark, and you're going to work your way out. This is a little bit awkward of an angle for me, so I'm going to try to do my best to make this all work. Otherwise, I'm going to just have to make it a bad shot. So, all right, so we're starting inward, and we're going out and down. Pretty simple. I would say keep track of how many strokes you're doing. So I'm at 3, 4. So I did about 12. I might have been off by 1 or 2 just because I was talking. But we're going to go over here now and do the same thing. So we're going to go 20 degrees, start from the inside, go down and out. So here, I'll make a better angle. Okay, I'm just going to grab my towel here and just kind of get rid of any of that excess residue. See what we got. Definitely a little bit stronger of an edge. That looks like a pretty clean edge. So now actually I might just skip. You know what? No, we're going to go with the fine stone. We're going to go with 3 different stones. So oil it up a little bit, like I said. Just a drop here. I'm just going to use my finger. Like I said, I don't know if that's really the way to do it, but I'm just going to go with it. So now we got the fine, which is considered 600 grit. Again, go with the 20. And we're going to go down and out. So start in, go out. Again on the other side. Try to make this a little bit better of an angle for you guys. Okay. And then with the fine, or the ultra fine. So we're gonna go a little bit of oil. I'm gonna let this oil run a little bit more. Spread it on out. I'm gonna take my microfiber and just kind of wipe that down a little bit because this one is kind of holding that oil. There we go. All right. Now here's the ultra fine. Okay. And this way. Okay, we're all good to go. That is our finished blade. You can see how it turned out in just a second. So I'm gonna loosen this set screw on the bottom here. Just loosen that up a little bit. I'm gonna take the arm bar and just loosen this one as well. Free my knife up. We're going to take this tape off. Let's give it a cut. Let's see what happens. So definitely a little bit stronger of an edge. Looks like there's more actual like fine blade to it. So let's see how it cuts. Definitely improved. Oh yeah. Oh, that's improved quite a bit. Yeah. Definitely improved for sure. Give it this side. Oh yeah. See, that's a little bit easier on this side because it's clean paper. A couple rips, but you know. Probably some more fine tuning that I need to work out. So the other product that they have from Lansky is just a little portable sharpener here. So this one's really neat because it's quick and easy to go, just on the move. You can throw it in a backpack, throw it in your pocket. Real nice to have. I've got another knife here that could use a little bit of sharpening that I just want to do real quick. So on one side we have the carbide sharpener and the other side we have the ceramic sharpener. So just a few pulls. 1, 2, 3, 4, let's do 5 for safe measures, and you should have already a little bit sharper of a blade there. That's more of a coarse, and then we also have the fine ceramic stone as well, or sharpening rods. So that cleans it up a little bit too. Real easy. What's cool about this is it also has a little sharpening rod that you can use to get different angles. You can also sharpen serrated knives with the rod, as well as this little ceramic serrated stone right here. You can get your serrated blades. So this is a nice little tool as well, but I think that this is more dialed in. You can get exactly what you're looking for. So this is a great product to have. I think it's pretty sweet. I think I still got to learn a little bit with it. I'm kind of just used to doing these kind of sharpeners. I also have a work sharp field sharpener that works as well too. But I just think this is a little bit easier. It takes that stress away of like getting that exact angle. So I really like this product. I think I just need to dial in exactly which stones I need to use to sharpen what and the angles and all of that. So I think overall this is a really great product. They sell this little sharpening kit on Amazon. It's around 50 bucks. This is less than $20. I want to say $10 to $15. So links in the description below. Check them all out. Another feature I should add here is all of these little sharpening stones have these little set screws that could break. So, you know, they give you little extras. They've got extra hand tightening screws here, and they've got another extra screw right here. So just a little bonus feature. It's got this nice little carrying case. It all fits in there. Easy to break down, easy to set up. Not really that big of a deal. And, you know, you get sharper blades out of it. So I'd say that's a win. This is Loadout EDC. Stay prepared.